Today, I'll introduce you to a classic Cantonese tin fish that I've never tried. In this review, I'll show you what it's like and if you should try it. Come join me on this episode of the Minute Review Show. Hi, this is Arthur from the Minute Review Show, and today we're going to take a look at some products, some Cantonese products that I've never tried before. At my age, you would be very surprised. When I was a kid, I never tried this item. And this particular product is called the Fried Dace. For those of you who know this product, this has been around in Chinese pantries, Chinese families' pantries for many, many years. When I was a child, my mom and my dad used to buy these, and they would eat them straight out of the can or have them with rice. But this particular fish had some kind of aroma that I didn't really like as a kid, and somehow it stuck with me through the years that this is something that I'm not going to try. In fact, if you want to get to know me a little better, I actually have a set of foods in my mind that I've always felt appeals to older people, meaning people who are 40 and above. And this particular fish is one of those products that I think appeal to the older set, but maybe I'm wrong, but it's never appealed to me. So today what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try the Fried Dace, which is in this can, and also something called the Fried Croaker, made by the same company. The company is called Eagle Coin. I think this is the most famous brand, and I believe it comes from Hong Kong or maybe Guangzhou. So we're gonna give these two a try. But first, what we're going to do is that we're going to open up the can and check out and see what's inside. The first item that I'm going to open up is the Fried Dace. Now, this particular Fried Dace is really famous in Southern China, and this is the can. The iconic can is an oval-shaped can with a pop-up top. This particular type of dace is a fish that is apparently found in the Pearl River, so it's a freshwater fish, and it's supposed to be pretty small. From what I can see here, it's just plain fried dace. I know that they make versions of this with salted black bean and also soybean. So let's pop this open and see what's inside. So here goes. Okay, should be nice and easy to open. I'm gonna pull this open. And voila. Okay, here we have it. Now this particular can has what appears to be 2 fillets of fish. So I'm going to poke around in this and show you what's inside. The fish itself appears to be about 3.5 to 4 inches long. It's tapered toward the tail. So I see in here that there's 1 fish, 2 fish, and 3 fishes in here. There's a liquid on the bottom. Not sure if you can see that. And that liquid is definitely an oil. Okay, I'm just showing you here. And the oil actually looks like it's infused with something. Not exactly sure what that is. The fish looks like it's deep fried because the color of the flesh is kind of brown. And there's some bone in here, so it's definitely bone in. I've done some research on this, and I've heard that the bones are actually edible. So we're gonna give this a try pretty soon. Okay, let me dig a little deeper and let's see what else we have here. So this is the 3rd piece of fish, and they all appear to be the same color. It's sort of like a grayish brown color, and it looks pretty dry, almost like a jerky. We're gonna try this first and let you know what this tastes like. I wanted to give you a closer look at the fish that's outside of the can. This is the Fried Dace, and as you can see from what I showed you earlier, it comes in an entire fish with the head chopped off. And there's also some of that oil that I was telling you about. And this particular fish is definitely hard in texture. There's no bounce back when I press onto the body of the fish. So this looks nicely preserved in that can. Before I try the fish, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I found in my research of the Fried Dace. What I've read on Wikipedia, you can search for it yourself, is that this particular fish was invented by people in Guangzhou in China, and there were a lot of overseas Chinese workers in Southeast Asia, so they brought some of the food from their hometowns, which is this fish, and the way that they did it was that they fried it and they preserved it in oil and black beans and salt. So this is the origin story of the product. Yeah, it just shows a lot of resourcefulness for people who wanted a taste of home when they worked overseas. It's a very interesting story. I wonder if it's true, but let me know in the comments if you know what the real story is about this canned fish. Now it's time to try the fried dace. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat it using the two traditional implements that I have at my home. This is the type of chopstick that I grew up with. These are bamboo chopsticks. They're not the fancy kind. This is what I grew up with. And this bowl is almost as old as I am. As you can see, this is a rarity that you can find in Chinatown these days. So this bowl is I would guess an over 40-year-old rice bowl. So let's give it a try. Here's the fried dace. I'm just going to snip off a piece of it from the top. Here goes. Okay. When I bite into this fish, it's very interesting. It's actually very hollow. The dryness of the fish seems to have been pulled away from the center, and it's a little hollow in the middle. The fish itself is very dry and yeah, very jerky, like what people say it is. There's a very non-fishy flavor to it. You could taste the fishy flavor, but what I like about it is that it's salted properly. There's actually maybe a hint of soy sauce flavor to this. So yeah, it's actually pretty pleasant to eat. What I can tell you is that this particular fish crumbles in your mouth. It just, it doesn't dissolve, it crumbles like maybe a glass shattering in many pieces. So I can easily see why this fish is very comforting for people who are far away from home. If you're used to eating this type of Chinese food. The fish is not very meaty, but it has a nice savoriness to it, a slight bit of sweetness to it. But yeah, if you can imagine this as a jerky, yeah, this is exactly what it would be. Now let's try it with some of the rice. Yeah, it's not bad. In fact, I would say on a scale of saltiness and seasonedness, I would say it's probably about a 6. It's not overly salty. It's definitely sweet savory. So yeah, I can really get into this. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to pour some of that oil into the rice and see what it's like. Now, I put some of that oil in there, and we'll see how well seasoned the oil is. Surprisingly, it's not very salty at all. I would imagine that the version with black beans would probably be much more salty, but the version that I bought was just the dace fish, and it actually tastes pretty good. I wouldn't say it's under seasoned. I would still say that it's a 6 and a 7. The flavor is mainly in the fish, and it is actually really good. The second can of fish that we have is called the Fried Yellow Croaker with salted black beans. Now, this is actually not the traditional kind. Yellow croaker is another type of fish. The original kind is the dace. So I'm assuming this is probably another freshwater fish. It's going to be packed into this can in the same form factor. It has the pop top as with the other one. And yeah, the can is oval shaped and looks very traditional. So let's open this up and see what we get. Okay, pull the top off. And yeah, it takes a little bit of elbow grease here to pull it off. It's pretty tight, but I'm pretty happy that it's very secure. And oh wow, this is amazing. The first thing that I noticed is something that I can only describe to you. There's a very strong fishy flavor to this, a fishy smell. The dace didn't have that fishy smell, but there is a fishy smell that jumps right out at me. Okay, now from what it looks like, there's a whole bunch of fish that's all shredded up. This croaker, it basically comes in many chopped up different pieces. So it's not like dace where you have an entire fish. So the texture of the fish is pretty much the same. You have the same brown consistency of the flesh, which looks deep fried and also maybe desiccated or dehydrated. The flesh looks pretty hard, so maybe it's some kind of jerky. If we go a little deeper in, we can see that there are black beans on the bottom, and that's exactly what they say on the can. There's black beans, probably salted black beans, and also it comes with this nice oil, which appears to be flavored by those black beans. So yeah, this thing is actually, it looks much more chaotic than the dace, because this is all chopped up pieces of fish. And yeah, the fins over here actually look pretty prominent too. So there's gonna be a lot of bones in here, but you know, I think for both cans, the bones and the fins are probably going to be totally edible. They'll probably crumble because these have been deep fried, and I suspect that you can eat everything. This is what the fried yellow croaker looks like when it's taken out of the can. Now, you can see that all these pieces of yellow croaker are all cut up. In fact, now that they're out of the can, these actually look like whole fish. It's just that they're really small pieces of yellow croaker. I'm smelling that fishy aroma right off the plate. So this is definitely stronger smelling than the dace. And here's the black beans. This is called dace in Cantonese, and you have the seasoned oil that they have in the can. This definitely has a more pungent, strong smell, and we're going to try this. The next dish that I'm going to try is the fried yellow croaker. Now, I'm smelling this, and man, that fishy smell is pretty strong. So I'm actually afraid of eating this. Maybe my youthful fears will be confirmed. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to try this piece. And this piece appears to be a small 2-inch piece of the fish. So let's try it. Okay. Now this fish is even harder than the fried dace. It has a more fishy flavor, just as I suspected from the smell. And as I'm eating it, I'm wondering, is it really the fishy flavor, or is it the salted black beans that are in this? I have a feeling that it is the salted black beans that gives it this really fishy smell. For those of you who don't know, salted black beans like this, these are put into Chinese stir fries for umami. So it gives a nice, good, savory umami. So let's try the salted black beans. Let's see if it is the case. Yeah, I would say that that fishiness is accentuated by this salted black bean, as you can see. So it's definitely something that actually amps up the fishiness of the fish. And also, it also makes it more pleasant to eat with the rice. So yeah, I think they go together pretty well. There's a reason why they put salted black bean into this yellow croaker. I'm thinking that if I bought the version of the fried dace with the salted black bean, it'll probably smell the same way. Getting back to the yellow croaker, I would have to say that the texture of this is much harder. Yeah, it's much harder than the fried dace, which I don't know. I don't like it as much. I like the fried dace a lot more. It seems to be a more pleasant texture. I'm not saying that it's bad to eat, but the yellow croaker, if you like something more to chew on, this is the type of fish to get. It's perfectly good. The flavor notes, once again, is the fishiness and also the slight bit of soy sauce and the saltiness and also the umami of these black beans. So yeah, I can see how you can eat a lot of rice with that yellow croaker. I want to mention that I did even more research for you about this fried dace. Now, this particular product is very versatile. From my research, I found that you can eat the fried dace by itself. straight out of the can, or you can eat it with white rice. Another way to eat it is to put it in congee. Just put it into plain congee, and the saltiness will add flavor to your plain congee. Next, you can put it in stir fries. Surprisingly, in my research, I found that you can stir fry it with Chinese broccoli or any type of Chinese greens if you want to give it that extra umami kick. Next, you can also add it to noodles. You can boil some noodles and just add this on top, and this would give it a nice fishy flavor. You'll also add some protein to your noodles. So from what I've seen, it's a very versatile fish. And also from what I've read, a lot of families in Hong Kong or in southern China have this product as an emergency food. So yeah, I think Chinese preppers would definitely have this type of fish in their pantry. Now the tasting is over, and what an interesting product these two tins are. Nowadays, there's a big rush to the tinned fish market. It's gained in popularity for some reason. Maybe it's the economy. This particular fish, the Fried Dace, in fact, has made a I think it's a top 100 list in the New York Times. So this is apparently one of the best tinned fishes in their estimation. If you have never tried it, and today was literally my first time trying it, if you have never tried this type of fish, the Fried Dace in the tin, definitely give that a try. You might like it because there's a lot of umami in that tin. Also, the versatility is amazing, so you can put it into all types of carbohydrates that you want. I would have to say that I waited way too long to give this fish a chance. I didn't give it a chance when I was 10 years old, but I'm glad I gave it a chance now, and I think it's perfectly fine. Maybe my taste buds have changed. If you like this review, please subscribe to the Minute Review Show. And also, I just want to let you know that you can buy the same t-shirt that I'm wearing at my merch store. You can look for it right below in the description, and also right below the viewing window. So thank you very much for watching this review, and I'll come back with another review very soon.